Well, I love that you pointed out that the lineup of ONIC Philippines is a lot of escape routes or dashes. With the Airthel, we have the Valentina, we'll have the Cho. Well, the Belric may be coming from a different, experience, as we say. But for ONIC Philippines has the upper hand here. They have a double blade on how to attack Blacklist, on how they finish the draft.
I actually like the second draft here for Blacklist as well. They'll be able to really flex out on the XP lane here. They're gonna have a powerful XP lane pick, I'm sure of it.
Esmeralda's still open though.
I don't know. I'm super 50-50 on the Esmeralda.
Yeah. I don't like Esmeralda anymore against 1-1. I mean, never mind. Okay, ONIC, actually they can get the Esmeralda from themselves.
Not anymore.
I do love the idea of playing Esmeralda against a 1-1 because you're tanky enough to sustain the crossbow stance. But ONIC Philippines, they were like, okay, why would we pick? There you go.
There you go. Welcome back.
Am I seeing this correctly?
Like I said, a very powerful.
It's Lapu-Lapu.
Powerful XP laner.
A total of 30% increase when you hit all the combos with the ultimate. A total of 30% increase in the damage output. And now ONIC Philippines, they pick up the Minotour. Rage is gonna come out.
Wait, I need to fix my brain. Is there? I need to look at the stage. Is there a problem? No problem on the picks.
No.
This is correct. Okay, it's correct.
It is a Minotaur jungle, I believe.
It's a jungle Minotaur. Yes.
We just can't believe what we're seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen, because it's week 7. Because of that patch, this changes everything.
You're a Minotaur. You can sustain the front line against a 1-1. You can take all the damage from the crossbow tanks. Because guess what? Minotaur has been buffed 3 times before the last batch. And the heal, when you're with your cooldown reductions from the second skill, it's absurd. Every 4 seconds, you have a 10% heal.
I'm just hearing the sound effects or the voiceover of Minotaur Hey saying, "It's finally my time to go out." Finally, you've picked me here, but this is a different move that we're seeing from ONIC Philippines and Blacklist International.
Yeah, and you know what? If you want a chance to beat Blacklist for a second time around, you gotta throw something new. This could be it.
It's week 7, and now it's ONIC Philippines and Blacklist International. Let the showdown begin for this weekend. Let's finally have it.
Yeah, here we go. We got a pretty... I'm super curious about how fast the Minotaur jungle can actually clear.
That's right, Minotaur jungle.
Yeah, it is a Demon Slayer Minotaur.
Dude, did you see how fast that was?
Oh.
32 seconds.
You know what's faster? That first blood by the Queen. Oh my Venus.
And a flex of that Blacklist International Championship skin.
Yeah, good swag here. Pulls back with a Stampede. Again, good... Very, very good damage here from Blacklist so far.
Yeah,
Dude, this is so fast from Sensui. 1 minute.
Sensui,
he's been able to clear 2 jungle camps.
Just talking about like Baksha infused clearing capability onto Minotaur.
Of course, the Barret still has a pretty good sustained damage. Still outmaneuvers the Minotaur at that point.
Yeah.
Then again, we need to wait for the level 4s here. That's the most important one.
Yeah. Especially
around this turtle area where the Dairoff looks like he is more on the up and up here. A little bit more aggressive compared to Lapu-Lapu. Oh my Venus, good damage from Rapidu as well. Again, Super Friends can't really do much yet because of the lacking of the ultimate.
We're in the era right now where junglers get level 5 before the turtle spawns. So Sensui is nearing his level 5.
He is on the way.
Yeah, Wise is already nearing his level 5.
Welcome to the new generation.
Okay, never mind. All the creeps are gone. So for both sides, they only have to play with the level 4s on both the junglers and the XP lane.
Yeah. Speaking of XP lane, look at that XP lane harassment being done by ONIC onto Edward. He's half HP right now on Lapu-Lapu. And so he's starting up on the turtle. Blacklist is very aware though. We got 4 members of Blacklist, 4 members of ONIC. They want to go for a lot of setup. Big setup here. Cult Altar is gonna be popped. Good AoE damage and knockups from Sensui. ONIC is still pretty much healthy, like nothing happened. Same with Blacklist, and that will be a none for none And they're gonna start that turtle dance once again.
And you know what's crazy about this fight is during the cult altar from Blacklist International, Sensui can just cast the Minotour Rapid Dawn with the kick.
Oh man, just pushes back Wise so that Sensui can secure the turtle. He uses that flicker to get out of the way, and that, boy oh boy, ONIC, they got a plan here.
Yep, again, this is the mastery we're seeing from ONIC Philippines. Coach Bluffsy has been phenomenal on teaching these kids on how to play objectives properly. And you see the prioritization at the last skirmish. Sensui doesn't really mind using the Minowan's Fury, he just wanted to save his teammates, and they knew that they could still steal the turtle because the Cho still had a kick.
Yeah, there's a lot of zoning that ONIC Philippines is always doing in terms of getting that major objective. They have so much setups, but one thing also that they need to prioritize right now is time to get those items, because Oh My Venus at the very most important parts to just keep on sustaining the team.
You know, when you think about it, this Minotaur functions pretty similar to why you would pick an Akai, right?
Yeah.
You disrupt the enemy jungle and you leave yourself available for the retribution. And again, there is a leap from the Minotaur. Has more mobility as well compared to other junglers.
That's true. And also, I want to talk about the XP lane matchup, right? Edward on the Lapu Lap. Hasn't been used by Black International before.
Well, we're going to find out later on, because right now it is a 3v5 on the mid. Wise Coil is back with the Daytona's welcome. Everyone from ONIC looks like they're still going to be able to survive it. And the Cult Altar fight really is shaping up. Like, people are so disciplined. Here's a stun from Edward. He's chasing on the dare. Got good damage on the Lapu Lapu, but the range is just not quite there.
Such wonderful timing for Super Prince to cast the Cult Altar of his own. This is the beauty of, I mean, not the beauty, but this is the nature of the matchup between Valentina and Paramis. Rapidot was caught off guard by the ultimate of the Barats, but at the last moment to cancel the CC coming out from the hit on the ultimate onto the wall, Super Prince committed the Cult Altar, and ONIC Philippines, they fight for a bit, and they just backed off, and nothing. It's like nothing happened.
Yeah, and this time around, Blacklist will be able to secure the turtle here, and they are quite happy to just hang back. I think they need to wait for the Wan Wan here and the Lapu Lapu, so they are not taking fights they cannot commit to.
Yeah, although ONIC Philippines lost that the turtle, because one thing also that they wanted to prioritize is Nets as well on the top lane. Had a great push with the minions up top against Oda.
I'd say for this match, gold lanes are probably the win condition for both sides, because you're not going to expect the XP lanes to do a lot. Like for the side of ONIC Philippines, Zerot is going to have a hard time dealing with the Paramis called Altar, but that's awesome, Sui.
Again, good stampede pull from Haji, very aggressive and very controlled. He got the confidence, because you can't be confident. You can't not be confident if you have an Estes on your team. You know you're not going to die. That's why you can just throw out these stampedes over and over again.
So the reason why I've said the gold lane matchup is important in this game is that Blacklist International, for them to be able to win fights, they still need to dish out the damage needed against ONIC Philippines, which is going to become a problem in the later stages of the game if Super Prince keeps on stealing the Cult Altar, because Paramis has been a huge counter against a 1-1 for the longest time. And now ONIC Philippines, what's crazy about their lineup is that they have advantage on the late game. Even though in theory it's hard to fight against a 1-1, it's because of the motivation roar from the Minotaur. Remember, the second skill of the Minotaur gives a bonus of 30% attack speed when he casts that spell. And combine that with the ultimate of Irithel, she's gonna dish out a lot of damage.
Just imagining how they can be dead at the same time, just by Sensui being present in most of the important moments.
Yeah.
And you know he's going to be present.
Yeah. And this forces out Blacks International to just have them in a tight corner that they can utilize. But one thing also, they have the strength of all my Venus, they have the regen. Also, I believe you've talked about it earlier on the drafting, that the positioning is going to be key here for these two teams.
Funny thing about it is ONIC will benefit so much as well if they stick together. So it's basically the same.
This is Ube versus
Ube, you know what I mean? So
this is Ube split for ONIC Philippines.
It's the same thing.
There's an Ube split. Just look at the map. Derot is not here.
That's right. It's a 1-0 on the kill score. We got the turtle coming up here. Edward doing his job on the nets. He forces the flicker out of the Airfill. And it's looking like Blacklist and Sensui and Wise. 50-50 goes over to Sensui. Jeez Louise, look at that.
Just how did you manage? What was the calculation of ONIC Philippines onto Wise that time?
That was just a retribution from Sensui.
Straight up.
Nothing much.
Straight up, man. It's just nothing. You can't really stop the Minotour here, right?
Although he was one level up compared to the Barats, so it's a much easier task that time around because Sensui had a total of a level over the retribution damage of Wise.
Yeah.
That's like 100 something plus.
More than 200.
Yeah, right.
Looks like Sensui now is just getting a few steps ahead against Wise because one thing they're trying to consider is the mastery just of that kick.
Yeah, Rapidude very happy to go straight into the Barracks. There goes Cold Alder here, blocked by Blacklist. Everyone's so healthy. The blessing of the Moon Goddess keeping everyone in check. Cold Alter, Ghost are still active. ONIC are able to disengage, which is impressive, but they lose Super Friends in the process.
Talking about forcing resources from ONIC Philippines. How's that?
You know, it's crazy when nobody dies under the presence of both Cult Altars. It was just unfortunate the Super Prince was caught on the last pixel, I believe, from the Lapu Lapu.
He could have gone out, yeah.
Could have gone out, yeah. But ONIC Philippines, the main problem with that team fight was that they didn't have the Irithel near their side as Nets was farming on the top lane. And I believe that's also the reason why Blacklist called for that fight because they saw the gold laner of ONIC on the different part of the map. And again, we've talked about the importance of the gold laner in this game, which is why Blacklist International, every single time that they're given an opportunity like this, they will take it. Win by the numbers game.
That's right. And what ONIC is doing is they're trying to win by the split as usual, as there is the one who is basically always absent in the team fights for now.
Well, you can't blame him because right now on the side of Blacklist International, they could totally give a push from Edward. Okay, they can actually do a split, a counter, because it's Ube versus Ube. How do you manage to put a different flavor on this fight? This is now just trying to spam out Wise.
Oh my goodness, Nets hit so hard.
He does hit so hard, man. Especially with the Sensui buff. Really will be a challenge for Blacklist to sustain. But they do have all the tools to do it. They got the blessing of the Moon Goddess. They got Cult Altar, man. Every AoE skill that you can think of to support your teammates is there.
Yeah, it's still everyone's game right now. Because looking at how the skills of ONIC and Blacklist match all together in a team fighting capability, all they need is a higher damage to go up against one another. Let's look at this. Blacklist International is totally peeling off ONIC Philippines now to get into this first lord of the game.
Yeah, first lord of the game. So critical right now for ONIC to take this. They want to survive because right now Blacklist is forward. Sensui will be gobbled up by the Daytona as welcome. Here comes Cult Altar. 4-man knockup here. But the Minoan Fury. That's one down before the Cult Altar response. And ONIC, they're on a rampage right now.
Knockup by the Lord. It's gonna be trapping one. It's Edward taken down by there. And it's 3 members.
Look at there.
That's a double.
Crazy. Oh my goodness. But in all of that, that's Taji and Wise left. And the Lord taken by ONIC.
Amazing synergy between the players on it. That was like a symphony of skills. The Cult Altar coming out from Super Prince, saving Sensui, immediately using the Minoan's Fury just to be able to bait the 1-1 out of that team fight. And when the Dispel was no longer an option for the 1-1, Rapidot flickered in and took out the gold laner of Blacklist. And after that, it was no team fight for Blacklist anymore. It was just ONIC Philippines.
We're watching an opera right now because ONIC Philippines is totally displaying their capability, an orchestra on how they want to attack Blacklist International because right now, yes, the code can still hold it through with the defense on the First Lord, but this also challenges ONIC Philippines because by the minute, I believe Blacklist can still also go in with the defense items right now against ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, but again, your main problem against ONIC is that they have the survivability to sustain also the damage output of Blacklist International. Ohib is having a hard time on dishing out these witness stacks because you don't want it to be on the tanky hero like Sensui, who's always standing on the front line. If you're able to land the ultimate from the 1-1, Sensui will just sustain it. And remember, they still have the Cult Altar from the Faramis on Super Prince.
The challenge just keep rising up inside of Blacklist International right now because on to the keys to victory. Have a strong mid-game insurance plan. Is this working right now?
Nah,
I don't know. It's looking like it's gonna get a lot harder the more durable Sensui becomes because they can't handle it. They can't burst down the Minotaur. That's why the Minotaur can always position in the middle of the fight.
Because right now we're just seeing how ONIC...
Oh, my goodness! No, did you see that? That was
Blacklist
insane.
saw that.
That was one hit. One or two hits, basically. One wave of hits from Sensui. Sorry, from Nets.
You ask everybody if they saw that Blacklist, they felt that.
They felt that all the way from
Crawling
downtown.
into their veins.
All right, and don't forget, there is the hidden ace in the hole here for ONIC. He's not showing himself.
Yeah. Speaking of not showing himself, this Rapid is just being a needle in the haystack under the bushes. There's a lot of vision he keeps on giving the side of ONIC Philippines time from minute, 5 to 8?
Yep. And this is what's crazy about the lineup of ONIC Philippines. They don't even mind locking onto different targets inside of Blacklist International. I mean, there's an exception. Like you don't want to kick Haji or Oh My Venus because they're using the Purify. But these Purifies will be burned during the Minoan's Fury. So Rapidon can actually kick either Edward, Wise, or Oheb. Actually, Oheb is the primary. He's the prize.
Yeah.
But you don't mind kicking Wise because the save is gonna come out from the Cult Altar from the Promise, which will allow Super Prince to steal that skill because you'd want to close the gap before the Promise.
Well, that's the question right now of ONIC Philippines.
Oh,
They want to answer.
They want to go for it. They have a pretty good hold on this team fight right now, but it's very hard to sustain right now. Wise canceled Daytona's welcome here. ONIC saw two people from Blacklist on the bottom, and they said, you know what, let's go on mid.
Good. Mad commendations to both sides. ONIC Philippines, again, they saw the gold laner out for Blacklist International. He was sitting at the bottom lane. But the Wise, after the initial Cult Altar, he walked towards Nets. He was like, you're not going to be able to win this fight. I will sustain for my team. I have an Estes, and I will eat you. You have to figure
Alive. But right now, we're just talking about how Blacklist International has the winning condition against ONIC Philippines. The problem is,
they
can they go forward?
They catch Nets! Oh my goodness, that is big! Big damage removed here from ONIC. It's a 4v5. Oh, no, it's a 4v4 rather. But Haji is going to be up in a few seconds. And Blacklist, they'll have full control of the Lord. ONIC backs off.
Nets, I offer you my life, says Haji. You are the win condition, but we also have a win condition of our own. If we take you out, we can win fights, we can win neutral objectives. And again, it has to come down to the gold lane battle. Both sides are eyeing at shutting down the window for the gold laners. Again, Nets on the previous team fight, we saw how hard he was shut down, but just Wise alone. And after the Black International, they felt like they could catch Nets off guard. As they know, Nets didn't have flicker that time. So Haji was like, okay, you walk near me, I'm gonna catch you, then you're dead.
So simply answering on how they are just guarding the timers of ONIC Philippines onto those resources, because right now the problem is they don't need to expose Nets onto the team fights.
Yeah, Wise uses the retribution, slows down Rapidude.
There's a lot of frontline engage in defense inside of Blacklist all throughout. And this is the problem. Who can go up front for ONIC Philippines right now?
I think still it's has to be Sensui. The front line for ONIC Philippines has to take out the majority of the damage out from Blacklist International. But the main problem right now is this Estes on the back line, just providing enough sustain for Wise to, just continuously be the guard or the front shield for Blacklist.
Well, what will be the shield right now for the base of ONIC Philippines, because that Lord is taking down a tower.
It's looking pretty bad here. Nets not in a good position to go straight into the heart of the Blacklist Ube. Towers are taking significant damage here. With Magic Sentry reveals the area.
Something new right now in the Land of Dawn reveals so much vision, especially for a team fight, that you can't go out the base.
Yeah.
Because right now they just need to keep on saving those resources.
This looks
against Blacklist.
Rapid, man. They used the conceal already. That's a big resource being used by ONIC.
This is the classic Blacklist freeze map. If there's a freeze lane, there's a freeze map.
Yeah.
Like they force you into your own base. They push all lanes. It's basically the the contrast of freezing lanes. You push all lanes and then you take all the resources on the map and then you freeze the lanes. That's how Blacklist does it. And looking at the map right now, this is what they do. This is something that is really fundamental to the Blacklist gameplay. You're waiting at the Lord that is spawning in 50 seconds. You push the first wave and then you start freezing the map altogether.
Freeze map of Blacklist International. How does ONIC Philippines thaw this kind of strategy? Because right now their macro capability is being tested.
Yeah,
and since 2 minutes, 4 members of Blacklist International staying down bottom.
Yeah, right now it's just really, really difficult for ONIC to go out the map. So I don't think they're gonna have any say on how you control the map.
And
right
then
now.
you start pushing at 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's how you you take over the Lord. Because for Blacklist International, they have to walk back towards the middle lane and top lane to deal with the equilibrium. But this is perfect from Rapidon. He's already
You can catch him.
in the
Look
bush.
at the
You can
bot
catch
lane.
him, bro.
Rapidon.
There's merely 3 members if they're just answers to this. Oh no, 4! There's 4 members!
Yeah,
but
and Blacklist.
He's still sensing it, but it's dangerous. Blacklist can either go for a split.
Oh, but the stun misses though. In the last one, there can take significant damage. Super Friends with the answer. They're gonna forego the Lord, but they want to go for a fight here. Cold honor pop there. Oh my Venus keeps everyone in check, but looks like the HP bars are getting willed down very, very quickly.
Wise though.
Look at that.
Why?
Solo
Why?
Lord.
And just
Why?
as that, Wise does totally get his hands solo onto this Lord.
Rapidon's trying to go for it, but he's not gonna make it in time. Blacklist secures the Lord.
That's
My, oh
totally
my.
diversion.
This is not shot calling anymore. These are orders from the royalty. Blacklist reversing what Bren did to them. Like just reversing what they did to Bren.
Yeah.
Like they threatened the final push, and ONIC was like, no, you're not gonna do this. All 5 members collapsed on that area, and they were like, wait, where's the jungler?
They have no idea.
Oh no, why is it still there?
That's right. Looks like Blacklist can take down the inhibitor turret here. Exposed base for ONIC.
It's just as that.
All eyes on Nets and Sensui right now. The sides are getting attacked here. 4 men, 5
Altar.
men, Minotour and Fury. But the altar will be popped. The target is Oheb. He's quite low. Rapidon as well is up in front. Lord's still alive. He's
trapped
wailing
in the
on the
middle.
ONIC members as well. ONIC gonna survive by the skin of their teeth here. Nets is active. Will be able to get good damage onto the members of Blacklist and force them back.
Again, the sustain from ONIC is so crazy. Sensui standing on that front line is literally what's breaking the game here for Blacklist International. Again, we keep on iterating that Oheb will have a hard time on using the crossbow of thanks. And we didn't see that on that last team fight because he knows that he has to hit it on key heroes. Either Super Friends, there or Nets would make it for Blacklist International. But guess what? All of these 3 heroes are kept on the back line. Sensui was the only one standing on the front line. And when Super Friends popped off the called altar, that's
Wait.
the only time that ONIC engaged.
Wait a second.
Speaking of engagements
ONIC
right
is
now.
very, very angry with that comeback a little bit.
They have no protection onto their base. This leaves them to dare to answer that split. Because right now, Blacklist needs to either end this game quicker, because right now the late game capability, as Midnight said, this is the winning condition of ONIC Philippines. But the problem is, they have been serving, Blacklist International keep on serving different kinds of platters on the table.
Yeah, but Blacklist still they're facing a lot of problems here. ONIC just have more damage on their arsenal, and
Straight up.
this 1-1 pick. Even though a lot of the team fights they've been able to maneuver around ONIC Philippines, it hasn't been put to much of use yet because we haven't seen those crazy crossbow tanks coming out from Oheb because it's always on Sensui.
You know what? If you think about it, this is a sword versus shield lineup. Like Blacklist can absorb as much as so much right now, but ONIC just has all the tools to get good damage
Yeah.
in Valentina. You got the it's just
ONIC is the guy with a sword with enough money to buy what you have.
exactly.
Well, Super
Super
Prince-
Prince is in trouble though. 1 man called altar. He got caught out of position, and this could be the Blacklist finish. Oh my goodness! Rapidon is in trouble. He has immortality, but it won't matter. Blacklist going straight up on the mid.
They're just splitting everything up.
The cannon.
Cannon minion are gone. And don't forget,
Rapid
that
dudes.
base is very tanky without minions. You
Yep.
cannot do what you did last week.
Oh, the patch just changes
The
everything.
patch, man.
I've tested it. Beatrix takes 15 hits. no
Now.
longer, no
That's
longer 9.
Beatrix. That's
Okay. No
Beatrix.
longer 9.
But
And-
how does ONIC Philippines defend the
Oh,
base
there?
against Blacklist International?
Well, right now, absorbs damage is the play for Blacklist. They have utilized all of the DPS, all the heals of ONIC. And ONIC, I don't know how they're still alive here, but they are. They're holding on. They're waiting for the minion waves, and Blacklist just wants to finish the diamond from there. He's got immortality, will be used up. And again, Wise, solo Lord again.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and
Blacklist
conquer.
International against ONIC Philippines. Just why just taking down the Lord.
Sentry spots out wise on
Still
the
the same
offensive.
thing.
Same, but different, but still same. I don't know. Looking real good. Doom and no
Web.
Fury. Oh, Web's down! Oh my goodness, it's a disaster! It is a travesty for Blacklist right now. Wise and Oh My Feet is on their own. Oh, it's a tragedy, bro.
I think that's
My
it.
goodness, what happened?
I
They're
think
turning
that's
the
it.
tables. They're
The
turning the tables.
tables.
ONIC Philippines. Since we get full, that's the winter truncheon
The
play.
Winter Truncheon.
Beautiful done
beautiful.
by ONIC.
The counterplay.
I love this game.
That Minoan Fury was able to set up for nets. Again, he was caught without any form of dispel whatsoever on the 1-1. And ONIC, they were like, okay, Oheb, you don't have the capacity to fight anymore. That's the time we go for ONIC. And you don't have Wise for 25 seconds. Rapido!
Oh my goodness! No way! Oh my Venus is forced to use the skills early on. What'll he use for the team fight now?
Who's ONIC? What's ONIC going to do right now against Edward? It's against one.
Angie! The burst! The Ghost Bursters! They hurt a lot! Oh my god, and now it's Blacklist's turn! They're on the chase! Sensui's in trouble! The Minoan Master is gonna go down!
He's not going home.
Edward with the kill! There! He attacks the minions! But will it be enough?
Blacklist just throwing bananas to ONIC Philippines to just
What is this game? Oh my goodness!
back and
Seesaw.
forth. We're on a playground, and we just can't keep contain the energy right now. You're hearing the shouts. You're hearing the
That's
streams. It's Blacklist going to the base of ONIC Philippines. That ends the game.
Insane.
Those are the chants and those are the screams of the agents onto Blacklist International taking that game. How close was that?